How was
Yeah,
your weekend?
yeah, it's good. It's good. It's nice. You
Um, yeah, it was actually kind of busy.
busy?
We, well, sometimes Friday is not so busy and we stayed home, but Saturday we got up. Well, actually, Friday we went out looking for a dishwasher. We had to buy a dishwasher.
Yeah.
So we went to many places and then we went to Costco and whatever. And we were probably more confused than less.
Less? Okay.
But that's okay. That's okay. We went home and we did our research, and then Saturday we knew that we were going to go up up north
Okay.
and go to a park and bring our drums and have some fun. And but we wanted to stop first and see if another place had this dishwasher. Now we were sure they don't have it. You
Always
know, with
dishwashers.
well, with the coronavirus, let's think about this for a moment. The factories aren't working full capacity because of the coronavirus, and maybe people aren't buying as much, so they're not producing, manufacturing.
Yeah.
So we find the one we want, and they say, "Oh, we don't have it. It could be more than 1 week." Okay, should have started this before. We didn't. So it is what it is. It's part of life. Let me see if she has responded here. You're right here. We are on now. See if she joined us. So, what did you do for your weekend?
My weekend, Saturday is the same you. We going in New Jersey for
Hmm,
uh, Century 21 in Whole Food for the
okay.
food. In other place where both Italian food.
Oh,
Yeah.
now Century 21. That's real estate, correct?
No, 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 no. Century 21. Yeah, is a real estate, but is same the buy the dress, the shirt, the pants. Yeah.
Is that in Jersey City or Hoboken?
No,
No.
we
Hmm.
I don't know. Is Century 21 have 15 plays. I went in. Oh my God, I don't remember where. Is after the George Washington Bridge.
Okay.
Is in Bridgewater, maybe Edgewater. I don't know. I don't remember.
Now, do they sell food as well?
No, Century 21.
Yeah.
You don't know Century 21? It's famous in New York, in New Jersey. Now in maybe uh, one month 1 month closed the whole place for broken the bags.
Oh,
Yeah, and Century 21 is famous.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
so what do they have? They have clothing and what else?
Clothing, clothing, shoes, bags, and electronic material,
Hmm.
furniture, small furniture. Yeah, but
I'm surprised I don't know.
now he's famous. He's since in 1960.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll look it up.
started with, from Brooklyn and expands in Manhattan, New Jersey.
Hmm. Okay. So we don't know what Mivan is doing.
I don't know.
I just wrote to her.
I don't know.
Well, I wrote to her on WhatsApp. The only other thing I could do is I could pause this and give her a call. Maybe I should
I
do that. Let me
no,
pause this right
I
now.
send a message, but I have the same
Okay.
number.
Well, I
Yeah,
didn't try. Well, yeah, that's true. I tried her phone, but I tried it on WhatsApp. So, but she could be working and maybe not home yet. But I hope so.
I I send. We- okay, I send a message.
Okay. Now, do you know what holiday today or last night and today is?
Today
Hmm.
is holiday today
It is a holiday, but it's a religious holiday.
for who?
So, so for people who are Jewish,
Oh, I
they
don't.
would be celebrating Yom Kippur.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Are
It's
you
okay.
Jewish? Are you Jewish?
I'm not. I am not. My wife is, and so I've learned from her. I have dated other Jewish women in the past, so I know some
Okay.
of the holidays.
Okay.
Um, we just went through the Jewish New Year, and this is the time where they
This is
atone
the,
for their sins. And
this holiday is for New Year.
well, it's for around the world, but it's for those who are Judaic, who celebrate.
Okay.
So, for example, their calendar is not 2020. Their calendar is, I believe, 5780
My
or
God.
something like that. So their calendar started almost 6,000 years ago. So
Oh my God.
they don't have the Roman calendar. They don't have the Gregorian.
Okay.
Um, it's more based on the lunar cycle. If you think about it. So it's different than ours, and that's one of the reasons why their holidays move each year because of where the position they are on their calendar.
Okay. I don't know. I know only the Catholics holiday.
Okay,
Here in USA, I know the American people follow the whole holiday, but in Italy is different. In Italy, follow only the Catholic, and for this, I don't know the
sure.
yeah the
Well,
Jewish or
the
other.
majority of the right, the majority of the people are all of Christian faith, then they're going to celebrate those. That's the one thing that's interesting about America is we have the Chinese New Year and we have the Muslim holidays. We have Ramadan. We have, um, you know, Kwanzaa. We have more.
Kwanzaa is a new.
We celebrate.
Yeah, is a new holiday.
Yeah, but the Indian holidays of the country India. We celebrate those. And what's nice is, for kids in school, they have somebody from all the different countries or their friends. So, they hear about the different holidays because the children are participating with their family, and then maybe the school will do it so all the children can enjoy the different religions and different holidays, and it makes them less prejudiced.
Yeah,
You think about that,
yeah. My,
you know. I
my,
mean, you're how? your son would learn different things based on
My
the kids
son,
in his class.
the school of my son is a Catholic school. I follow only
Oh,
the
that's right.
Catholic.
That's
Yeah,
right. Okay.
same my wife.
Well, do they also teach comparative religions?
No, no, I follow only Catholic.
So they don't.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. That's something I didn't know. Didn't know. All right. Still no Ivana. You know what? Let me do this. I'm gonna pause this.
oh,
I'm gonna
she's not read my message
now. Yeah,
because
she didn't read.
the V is a gray. He's a no read. I don't know.
So I'm gonna teach you something right there. You wanted to say a situation where you know it hasn't gone from no to yes, or off to on,
Oh,
or stop to start. So you said about her seeing the message. So here's where we would use the progressive, we were using the verb have, but we're using it in a different sense. So she has, if it's affirmative,
she has.
or she hasn't seen the message.
She hasn't seen the message.
Right. So we're using the third form of the verb. We have see is present. We have saw
So is
is the
past.
past.
Yeah,
And then in the present perfect or perfect, we have she hasn't seen.
seen.
So seen, see, saw, seen.
Seen.
So when you look at the list of verbs, you don't just have the present and the past. You actually also have the progressive or the perfect form. She hasn't seen.
She
I
hasn't.
said progressive and I didn't mean that, the perfect form, because you could say she hasn't been doing, or hasn't been watching, or hasn't been listening, or she has been listening, she has been watching. So have and has is not just like I have something in my hand, right? What is in my hand? I have something in my hand. The have is used to force or create the perfect tense. And in the case of we're doing it with the present, all the verbs remain in the present. We don't say had or had not. We say have
Yes.
or has.
Had is past.
Right. So has, if you say I have been living in the United States for, and then you give the quantity of years or months or days. So I have been living.
I have
So
been living. I have been living
for so in the U.S. for 5 years,
yeah,
or
it's
something like that.
4 years. Yeah.
For 4 years, very
Yeah.
good. I was close. Now we're going to be studying that in the Green Book, and those will be classes that we'll make sure we go slowly. I have other documents to help us understand. Sometimes it's a little confusing, and sometimes it makes complete sense when you feel or hear the examples. So if you were doing something just before we are talking, and you are doing it now, and you're going to keep doing it as we're talking into the future. Think of an example of something continuous like cooking. So we could make 3 sentences. I was cooking today, right?
In the future, or I
Well, in
was
the past,
cooking.
we'll start with the
Okay,
past. Let's
I
start with the past.
was cooking. I He was watching
So
TV.
let me use the example of cooking. Let's use this
Okay.
example. I'm not asking you to create something.
Okay.
So if we want to only say something that is finished, we would say, I was cooking.
I was
Then I
cooking.
stopped. Right. Then I stopped and I started the class. I was cooking
Cooking.
before the class.
I was cooking before the class. Okay.
Okay. Now, let's say that what I am cooking is still on the stove, but I turn the gas down to the minimum. It's still cooking. In the present, progressive, it is cooking now. So I was cooking before, I am still cooking now, and it's not finished. It will
Will
be
be
cooking
cooking.
for one more hour.
Okay.
So it was cooking is not correct because I didn't finish. It is cooking is correct in what's happening now, but it doesn't tell you it's going to continue into the future, which would be it will be cooking for one more hour. I can take those three sentences. I was, I am, I will be, and make it all together. I have been. I have been cooking,
I have been.
cooking all day.
I
I've
have.
been cooking all day.
What's different? I have been. Or I was.
Was gives the idea that it is finished.
Okay.
No more cooking.
I have been. I before and continue.
Yes.
Okay. I have
So,
been cooking uh, every day.
um,
No,
yeah, yeah. I have been cooking every day at my new job in the restaurant.
okay.
I have been cooking every day. What that tells me is that when you were working maybe yesterday, you were cooking. It tells me that if you are working today, you are cooking. And if you work again tomorrow, you will be cooking. So I have been cooking in my new job, or I have been training. I have been training to be a chef in the restaurant. So what is training?
Training
What is training?
is the means when maybe you try the new the new job. You
Okay.
you try you try maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have all the
you,
experience yet.
yeah, you follow the other employers or
Sure. Yeah, maybe one person, maybe another chef
yeah,
is brings you in the kitchen and then showing you
yeah,
directly. Maybe it's a book, but maybe
yeah,
it's actual experience.
yeah.
So yeah, I have been training in this new job. So I am not a full employee yet. I am still training. I have been training all week, and next week I go solo.
I
Ah.
I go
I have been training all week, and next week I will be cooking solo. No more
solo
teacher.
solo solo.
So solo is alone.
Oh, solo is in Italian
Alone.
e for this I'm surprised perché solo is in
Yeah,
Italian.
and
You
Spanish too. Yeah,
yeah, but using in English saying no.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, when we think of solo, we think without anybody else.
Okay.
Apart, solo, alone,
Allora,
without others. You know, there's different ways to imagine it.
Okay.
All
Surprises.
right. So what we have here is we have to make a decision. Are we going to continue this class today without her? I'm not happy that.
But it's, I don't know. I For me, no problem. The problem is for Mivana.
Yeah, because she already missed some classes when her mom.
No, she
did.
she
All right, I'm gonna put you
hasn't.
on hold for a second.
For me, it's no problem if you want reminder in tomorrow. For me, is I not possible. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know.
Yeah, Wednesday's not possible.
I don't know.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna call her from my phone.
Okay. You told we are.
Okay, I just started recording again. No, I didn't hear from her, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna teach you. I will have the copy for her, and I can always help her on the side. And then hopefully everybody together on Thursday.
Oh.
So we continue now.
Okay.
All right, so let's go into the book. So we were doing the workbook, and we were learning about the personal pronouns, mine, yours,
Okay.
his, hers, its, ours, yours again, and theirs. So except for mine, all of these words end with the S. So we know it's going to be possessive, or who something is going to belong to.
My is possessive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like
My,
on our chart, so mine, yours,
mine, yours, uh,
yours
his,
is good.
and hers, no,
Hers, mm-hmm.
hers,
Good.
and their,
Theirs with S. Mm-hmm.
uh,
How about for us together?
we, oh, oh, oh,
Ours.
ours.
So we pronounce that the same as time, ours, but no H.
Yeah, ours. Yeah.
So mine, yours, ours together. All right, so let's take a look at page 31 in the activity book.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine, his, hers, ours, yours, theirs. So in the example, hi, Robert, I found this wallet in my office today. Is it yours?
No.
And you're going to answer the question. You're going to be B.
Yeah. No, it isn't. No, it isn't mine,
Mm-hmm.
but it might be Tom's.
Ah, maybe. But Tom hardly ever visits my office. It probably isn't
Or maybe isn't his.
his. Good. Now, in that sentence, hardly, Tom hardly ever visits my office. What is hardly? Is it a
Is
quantity?
no easy, not easy.
Well, it doesn't actually refer to hard. Hardly is its own adverb, which means seldom or not frequent,
Okay,
not often.
okay.
So Tom doesn't visit often to my office. Doesn't visit my office very often. So that would be hardly.
Okay.
We'll do a class on adverbs at some point, and we'll understand that that is an exceptional word. That hard as an adjective can't turn into an adverb. It doesn't change. I run hard.
I is a complete the action, complete
Well,
the action. Maybe I run hard or I run slowly.
slowly, right?
Is a complete the action, no?
Well, the idea is if it's a verb, the adverb tells us how we did that action. So it describes the kind of action, the type of action.
Okay.
Was it an action that was fast, an action that was slow? Was it strong? You know, I cook slowly. I like to cook slowly, but sometimes I have to cook quickly.
Yeah.
So both of those describe how I am cooking. One time, my preference is to cook slowly. All day, the house smells delicious. But when I'm hungry and I only have 2 or 5 minutes, I put something in the microwave and I cook quickly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Or the sandwich.
Or a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back. So maybe, but Tom hardly ever visits my office. It probably isn't his.
Yes.
So then I say, it's small and blue. Maybe it's Martha's. How
I
do you answer?
asked her this morning. She say it isn't hers.
Good, with the S, okay? So she said it isn't hers. Is there anything inside the wallet?
There isn't any money, but there's a picture of 3 children. It might belong to.
It might be. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. It's your
That's all right.
fault.
It might belong to Mr. Hill. So might is saying maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
It might belong to Mr. Hill. He and his wife have 3 children. Maybe
Maybe.
the children are.
Yo
Hmm.
is sorry, yeah.
Well, if we're talking about Mr. Hill
The
and his
are
wife,
are is a
so
plural
maybe the
is
children
are
are
they.
theirs.
Yeah.
Theirs.
Theirs.
So Mr. and Mrs. Hill. Maybe it's the children are theirs.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I show the picture to Mr. and Mrs. Hill. They said these children aren't our
With S. Ours.
ours
hmm
aren't ours.
These children aren't ours.
Sorry?
These children aren't
Ah,
ours.
you
Our
see,
children are older.
aren't. Show the picture. Older, yeah,
Yep. Our children are older. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe you should give the wallet to our supervisor.
You know, it might be ours.
Who she has 3 children, so the wallet might be
Yours.
hers. Hers.
Ours. Ours.
Hers.
Because it's a plural, I put
Not a plural.
oh,
It might belong to the supervisor. It could be hers. So the
you.
supervisor is one person.
It might be.
Remember, the S is possessive. It is not plural.
Oh, I understand the means. You know.
So it might belong to the supervisor. She's a woman, so it might be hers.
Oh, okay.
She has 3
has 3
children.
children.
Very good.
You are right. I'm positive. It's yours.
Hers.
Hers.
We're talking about the supervisor. So we think it's hers because she has 3 children, and maybe the children in the wallet are her children. So if so, it might be hers. And then I say, you're right. I'm positive it's hers. I saw her children in the office last week.
Okay.
Now I remember the children, and they are the same children in the photo or the photos.
I'm positive it's hers.
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 How are you pronouncing hers or ours? We have to make sure we're good to
Hers.
separate the two.
Hers.
Hers. So we want to hear the H.
Hers. Her.
Hers.
Hers.
Good. And if it belongs to us, it is ours.
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 Good. And no H. So
Ours.
hers, ours. Hers, ours.
Okay.
Is the book hers or ours? Does it belong to her or does it belong to us? Is it hers or ours?
Hers.
Good. Hers and ours. All right. So now we've got our little song here. Where's my coat? I can't find mine. Is this one mine or yours? This one is mine. It isn't yours. Yours is next to those doors. Where's our umbrella? We can't find ours. Is this one ours or theirs? That one is theirs. It isn't yours. Yours is under those chairs. So we got a little poem for us. Now, before we go to the next page, are you comfortable with who is it? Whose is it? You want to do the conversation again, just so we can feel it?
Okay.
All right. So this time I'll be A and you can be B. So, hi Robert. I found this wallet in my office today. Is it yours?
No, it isn't mine, but it might be Tom's.
Maybe, but Tom hardly ever visits my office. It probably isn't his.
It's small and blue. Maybe it's Martha's.
I asked her this morning. She says it isn't hers.
Is there anything inside the wallet?
There isn't any money, but there's a picture of 3 children.
It might belong to Mr. Hill. He and his wife have 3 children. Maybe the children are theirs.
I showed the picture to Mr. and Mrs. Hill. They said these children aren't theirs. Our children aren't ours. Our children are older.
Maybe you should give the wallet to our supervisor?
You know, it might be hers. She has 3 children.
You are right. I'm positive it's hers. I saw her children in her office last week.
Very good. All right, that was smooth. We want to make it feel like we feel the conversation. Okay, let's go to our next page, 32.
This is the homework.
And we had to choose which is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you have it, or you need to do it? We could do it together.
Well, it's same. What you want? Okay.
All right.
I start. Jim is
Well, and then if you have a question, we can always answer.
okay.
Jim,
you have
go ahead.
the okay. You ask about the Jim is wearing. I have answer with the correct.
Okay. All right. Jim is wearing a tuxedo today.
He's going to a wedding.
Ah, okay. That's the tuxedo. Very good. All right. My brother has a black eye.
He's wearing dark glasses.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. This is
It's a new term.
or maybe he hurt his eye. I don't know.
He hurt
Yeah.
he hurt his eye. So when we say black
Oh, okay.
eye, we mean that maybe you bump into something,
Okay.
right? Maybe you hit
Okay.
something
Yeah,
and
he's understand now, but it's the same in Italy. Yeah.
some people say purple.
Yeah, lui ha un occhio nero.
Okay. Inflamed. All right, the teacher wasn't on time. Uh-oh. The teacher wasn't on
She
time.
was late.
Okay, good. They chatted online yesterday.
They used a computer.
Now, what's interesting is that is correct, but how do we know it's not the phone?
They chatted online. But now is the phone is same the computer. The same
Yeah,
things. Yeah, yeah.
it kind of is. So the only thing is because they say online,
Yeah,
that makes us think it's a computer.
yeah. Maybe now is better with the cell phone. Yeah, it's more complete.
Well, you know, these books, I have older copy of these books that are about 15 years old, maybe 20 years old. They don't even have all the same examples because the technology changes.
Yeah.
The video recorder, everybody uses their phone,
Yeah.
right? When we started 15 years ago, we didn't say text. We didn't have texting.
Yeah.
Text was only the letters
Yeah.
on the paper.
I remember when I was in school and I found the information in the encyclopedia.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
All right, let's go to
slow.
number 5.
Okay.
All right, everyone in my family is going to relax this weekend.
We're going to rest this weekend.
Okay, so rest and relax are similar. What does retire mean?
Sorry,
What
tire?
is retire?
Retire is when you are maybe older and finish your career.
Your career, sure.
Yeah.
You work many years and then you're getting old, you're not going to work anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, number 6. He wasn't prepared for his exam.
He didn't study for the exam.
Okay, didn't study as good. Um, how is that different than number 4? I mean, letter C, ready for the exam.
The number 4?
I meant C, 5C. I mean,
Okay.
right. Number 6. We're still
Yeah.
doing 6, but letter
Okay.
C.
No, yeah, I understand. Because if he ready, uh, he wasn't. He's a negative.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because
Yeah.
this is affirmative.
Yeah.
All right. Could I ask you a favor?
I need your help.
Good. It's a very emotional day for Janet.
She's getting married.
Yeah. The other two might be emotional, but not like a wedding.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
everybody gets nervous on the wedding. We get emotional. We're laughing. We're crying. We're hugging. We're, you know.
This is a
All right.
testament.
Yes, for sure. All right. He's composing a symphony.
He's writing a symphony.
Okay. So compose can mean different things, but in this case, we're thinking of composition. So yes, we're talking about some kind of writing. If you say compose yourself,
Compose yourself. What is?
that would be similar to saying relax, calm down, take a breath, take it easy, don't be stressed anymore, compose yourself. Compose yourself, get yourself ready before you go into the classroom.
Okay.
Now you are fully composed.
Okay.
So we can do that for a person. But a lot of times we think of composer, that's the
Com
classical music.
compose yourself. Compose
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, it's just like be
Your.
tranquil.
Okay.
Don't act irrational or
No, I
or
understand
something.
this.
Good. All right. George ripped his shirt.
He has to sip is correct. Sip.
He has to sew.
So his shirt.
Yeah.
So.
So this word is pronounced the same as S-O.
So
So
is the past to see, no?
no, sew is when you are trying to fix something. So maybe you
Yeah,
have
I
this
know.
little needle. So sew doesn't change in the past. Well, it changes to sewed. I
Oh,
sewed yesterday. So that would be present of to take a needle and a thread and to repair something. Or to use the machine.
yeah,
Could be the sewing machine.
I have. I
You
saw.
have one.
Yeah,
Oh wow, my mom sewed. So what does ripped mean?
ripped when you, I don't know, maybe when you have the shirt is
Yep, yep.
sketch.
So it could be the same thing with paper.
Oh yes, yeah.
Now, another verb would be tear. Tear. Tear in two pieces.
Okay, so T E
Mm-hmm. AR. So if he has a tear in his shirt, he has a big hole.
okay. Thank you.
So it's the same as ripped, rip. So you'll hear them both. They're both common. All right, next one. Can I borrow your bicycle?
I need your bicycle for a little while.
Okay. So oftentimes for borrow, we think a short amount of time. If not, you buy one, right?
Yeah,
Or you borrow and you don't return.
yeah.
People do that with tools,
Yeah,
right? They
maybe.
borrow or they
Yeah,
borrow a book, they
yeah,
forget to return the book.
yeah. But sometimes is for more for the money, no return.
It's true. All right. Every day I practice ballet.
I dance every day.
Good. All right. I'm going to lend my car to Bob today.
Bob is going to drive my car.
Okay. Um, yeah, he's going to drive it, maybe for only today.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. and Mrs. Hanson love to talk about their grandchildren.
They're very proud of them.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, they brag or they talk only the good things,
Yeah,
right?
is the grandfather.
All right, Rita did very well on her exam.
She's happy.
Sure. I'm going to repair my washing machine.
You are happy.
So
Okay, I'm
number
going.
16,
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to fix it.
I'm going to fix it. So fix and repair are almost identical. Um, I need to assemble my new VCR. Ooh, we don't use this anymore. How about my new DVD player or my new stereo or my new TV screen? Like you just bought the 55-inch, and maybe you have to put something together, right? So what does that mean? I need to assemble.
Assemble. I
All
need to
right?
assemble. Can I borrow your screwdriver?
Sure, I need a small tool. All right? All right, the next one is I sprained my ankle.
And I hurt my ankle.
Okay, so we don't say that I broke it. The bone is okay.
Yeah.
And we don't say poked. Poke is when you do something like that.
Poked is less. Is
Yeah, it's less.
yeah,
you recognize, but it doesn't
yeah,
hurt you. Ah,
yeah.
so I heard it. So another name for sprain, I know in Spanish, is torcer,
Torcer.
something like
Torcer.
that.
Yes, I understand. Torcer.
So, torcear, so the muscle
Yeah,
gets bent or turned more than normal.
yeah. In
So
Italian, torceare is torcere. but is for the about the ankle is uses slogato.
Okay. And how about for the wrist?
Yes, slogato, same.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. All right. Let's see. That's our next page.
Sorry, Dave. I turn off my air conditioning.
Go
I
ahead.
called. Sorry, only one moment.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Okay. So we're on the next page.
Okay.
I'm going to fill out my income tax form.
I'm going to. I sorry. I listen the music inside. Fabian, c'ho la musica dentro. Sorry, it's my son listen the Spotify
It's
with the
okay.
computer. Now I don't know. Me la puoi venire a togliere, per favore? Ok. Start how long? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Saluta.
Hello.
There we go. Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, so do you speak Italian and you speak English?
Yeah.
So I could say arrivederci.
Non lo sento.
Ah, sorry. Sorry. He don't listen because I have the.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you repeat now.
Oh, how are you today?
Good, thank you. How about you?
Oh, I'm fine. I am teaching English to your dad. So no more secrets. Now he understands you.
Okay,
Dai, saluta.
thank you.
All
Also,
right.
bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Sorry.
Ah, he's handsome. All right, so we're on the next page.
Okay.
So number 19, I'm going to fill out my income tax form.
I'm going to answer the question on the form.
Okay. Now remember the W is silent. So answer.
I'm going to answer. Yeah,
Good.
it's a sign. Answer.
A lot of people, they see the W, they want to pronounce it. It's an exception. So
Yeah. No, no, but
we have to memorize those.
no. Thank you.
Good. All right. They're playing Scrabble. Oh, one of my favorite games.
Yeah, they're
Hmm.
playing a game.
Okay. No, I just said it was a game. Do you like Scrabble?
Eh, I don't playing Scrabble, but is nice. I like.
Well, it's good because you have to have like a dictionary in your head,
Yeah,
right?
I playing with my son sometimes with the same in the Scrabble. Is
Okay.
I like is interesting, but I I lose always.
Oh boy. All right. All right. Number 21. Mr. Smith is complaining to his boss.
He's talking about his boss and he's upset.
Okay, he's talking to his boss and he's upset. Good. C. How come it is not A? A is similar. What is wrong with A?
With
What is the difference for A and C?
A and C. And C is the different. He's talking with the boss. But
So it's a
now,
conversation.
yeah, in this situation, is talking about with maybe the other employer.
Yeah. And his boss is not listening.
Yeah, the
Or
boss.
he get fired. Maybe you get fired.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, 22. I'm going to call my wife right away.
I'm going to call her immediately.
Okay, so right away. Another word for right away, and you use it in
Just
Italy, is pronto. We could say
pronto.
pronto.
Pronto is in Spanish.
But it's in English also.
Pronto is when you answer in Italy. If you call me,
Oh,
when
yeah.
I take the phone, pronto.
I'm ready.
Same.
Okay.
Who is pronto? Is
I
you
like that.
pronto?
I
You
never knew
yeah.
that.
Your means pronto is subito,
Okay.
veloce, fast.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to the next one. My sister is an excellent athlete.
Athlete. She plays sports very well.
Okay. That sounds good to me. It could also mean she's an active person, but it doesn't tell us that she's excellent. So it would have to be
Excellent.
very well.
Yeah.
B. All right. And the last one. My mother is looking forward to her retirement.
Soon she won't have to go to work every day.
Yep. Yep. So looking forward, another term for looking forward would be anticipating. Anticipate,
Anticipate.
right? She's anticipating, yeah. So she's anticipating her retirement.
Oh, okay.
Do you know that word,
understand.
anticipate?
Yeah, I understand the other things. I understand waiting.
Gotcha.
No, is okay.
All right. Now this next part, I get to read to you. So give me a second, and I have to pull this up. This is page 33. Let me get in here. What does
I
it mean?
in this exercise I don't listen nothing, but maybe I create. Maybe I understand the true answer.
Mm, all right, I have to find the story to this, and I don't see it.
No, me
Ah,
too.
listening. There we go.
Yeah.
Nah, I got it. It's in a different part of the. All of the stuff is in the back of the book. Um, no, I'm still there.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? I would have to put a DVD on, so
Yeah,
don't
but
worry
I,
about
I
that.
don't listen the DVD, but I understand the means. And I okay. And Mears and Miss Miller last week moved. Mr.
So
and
they
Miss
moved last week.
yeah, Miss Mr. and Mrs. Miller aren't going to repaint their living room this weekend. Is good? You agree?
Mm. All right, you know what? You need the story for this because you don't know if they aren't able to relax.
Oh.
So don't worry about it. Without the story, there's so
Maybe,
many other good things we can do. So don't worry.
okay.
Now, I did not ask you guys if to do the next pages, but we could do this together, or I could wait for Mivana.
Okay.
Actually, let me do this with you, and then I can do it with her separate. So this is good. So go to 34, next page.
Okay. The text.
Yeah, go to the next page. And some of this we studied together. Did you do the whole part of the book before with Alexandra?
Uh,
Did you do chapter 1 with Alexandra?
wait, I see.
So this is a way
The
to
other
help
book,
me.
the green book. About the green book.
No, I didn't change anything. All I did was change the page. All I did was go to the next page.
No, no, I understand the page.
Okay.
I want
Right.
I want you ask me what what
Did you
part.
study
Okay,
chapter 1, 2, and 3 with Alexandra? Did
okay.
she teach you?
Number 1, I don't remember
So let's
number.
find out. We'll find out if you know it. So page 34.
Yeah,
We're still in the workbook, the activity book. Okay.
yeah,
So we have to fill in the blanks.
okay,
All right. So they give us the example. Anne is a good skater, and her children skate well too.
okay.
So that is using the example.
Mm.
So what they are doing is they're taking the adjective and the adverb. They're either changing the adjective to become an adverb. Now, if you haven't been taught this, then I will know that and we'll make this a lesson. So when we see an adjective, what does the adjective do? What is the goal of an adjective
The adjective
in the
describe
grammar?
the
Mm-hmm.
describe um,
I'm going to do this, and we'll do this again. Take a look at the screen here. What is an adjective? Are you able to read
okay.
that?
The
Can you read
adjective,
that okay?
yeah, give
Good.
more information about a noun,
A noun,
a noun.
okay? So a noun we learn in school is a person, a place, an object, a thing, or it can be an idea. An idea can still be a noun, something like love. We
Okay.
might not be able to touch it, but we can describe what is love. So a noun could be physical, or it could be in our mind. It could be something like a river or an animal, or it could be an object, my desk, my computer. So an adjective is designed to describe the noun. And the things it will give us about the noun could be, for example, its size. Is it big or is it small?
Yeah.
It could tell you the age. Is it old or is it
Old,
new?
young. Yeah.
Is it young? It could tell you its shape. Is it square? Is it round? Is it oval? Is it unusual, no shape?
Yeah.
Its weight. Is it heavy? Is it light?
Light.
Is it green? Is it blue? Is it red? Its color. So all of those are adjectives. So the adjective will tell you more about the noun. Because as an example, if I only say book, you know what a book is, but how do you know which book? If I only say book,
Okay. The
right? If
green.
I say open your book, I have to describe the book. I have to say it's the teaching book or it's the activity book. So those would be adjectives. I could say it's the green book. I could say your homework book, right?
Yeah.
So those all describe the book. All right, so adjectives, go ahead, you continue reading.
Okay. An adjective. Example. Where are you?
The third sentence. So adjectives can be a single word.
Adjective can be a single word or a group of words, and can also be used with a verb, like, is, or was. Most adjectives come before the noun they modify.
Okay, so normally we say read book. We don't say book read. Correct?
Read book
Now, read book, heavy book, new book, all of those come before the noun book. Now, it says here we could use with is or was. So we could say, this is my book. So I could say is on one side of the sentence is book, right? This book is mine. So mine is, it's telling you who it belongs to. My book would be your adjective. And if you said mine, then we know, again, it's possessive. All right, go to the next paragraph.
Example of adjective before nouns include: I saw a really big dog, or that crazy cat is running around in circles.
All right, let's take those two examples. I saw a really big dog. What is the noun in the sentence? I saw a really big dog.
I saw is a dog.
Dog. And in this case, it's the object. We're talking about it.
Is before.
I is a noun, but it's really a pronoun. So I saw a really big dog. And how are we describing the dog? What can you tell me about the
is
dog?
a big.
Okay. How big?
Really.
Really big. So really is actually an adverb, but we're using it here to magnify the quantity of size. So instead of just saying big, we're saying really big. So we are going to more of an extreme. Maybe you don't see that many dogs that are big like this dog.
Emphasize.
Yeah, emphasize. Excellent. Okay, the next one, the crazy cat is running around in circles. So what is the noun?
A cat.
The cat. And what kind of cat?
Crazy cat.
Okay. And we know it's crazy because it's running around in circles. So crazy is our other adjective. All right, continue. Examples of adjectives.
Okay, sample of adjective used with verbs are. My friend is adorable. And
Okay.
that house is hug.
Okay, so this is a good new word. So we're going to hear
Yeah,
the
I don't.
H. Huge,
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 huge. Nice.
huge.
Okay, you got it.
What
That house is huge.
what that means? Huge.
Enormous.
Okay,
Grandote. Really, really big.
okay,
Maybe we think it's a hotel, it's so big. Or a
okay.
mansion.
That
So what we've done here is house is our noun, right?
yeah,
So we're talking about the house. And if I want to know which house, then that, which is where I am pointing, right?
yeah.
Or indicating, that tells me only that house. That is only that particular house. So it's singular. So that is telling me something about the house because it tells me look where I am pointing,
Yeah,
right? Maybe a picture or maybe in the neighborhood across the street. And what I'm telling you about the house is it's huge. So
huge.
huge is your main adjective there. And the verb we're using is to be.
Is.
So remember when we say to be, we always describe how it is. I am happy, right? It describes
Yeah,
how I am,
am.
right? You are a father. Wow. Now that's not an adjective, but it is describing you different than, say, your wife, who is not the father. So sometimes you can use it to describe the person. The pastor in the church is a fatherly man. When we think of fatherly, we're thinking of like some reverence for this
Fatherly.
person. Fatherly. So when you talk to your son seriously about uh, relationships or something, you are giving him fatherly advice.
Oh, okay, it's a new word, fatherly.
Yeah, so it's coming from your actions and your opinion.
Yeah, but is fatherly is is when you talk about the good word.
Sure, you
Yeah,
could do that, like in the essence of the church.
is a suggestion.
All right, so it's a suggestion. All right, so my friend is adorable. That house is huge. Understanding the function of an adjective helps to answer the question, what is a superlative adjective or what is a comparative adjective? So have you heard those terms before when you studied English? Did you ever have a teacher talk about comparative.
Yeah, yeah. I remember comparative and superlative adjective. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go down here and take a look here. What is a comparative adjective? So first we learn all the adjectives like happy, sad, big, tall, red, early, late, green, all of them describe something, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell us how much or how little unless we compare with another one that is similar.
Yeah. You compare
So,
two nouns.
two nouns, exactly.
Nouns. Sorry, nouns.
So if I am comparing you and you have a brother?
Yeah, I have brother.
Okay, so if I compare you and a brother, I could say that you are taller, or I could say he is taller. So I didn't just say tall. Maybe he's tall. Maybe you are tall. Maybe you are both tall, but one of you is more. And we don't say more tall.
More tall is
So what do we do?
Is singular. More.
Well, tall is an adjective. Tall describes
Yeah.
the noun. But if I wanted to say one of you is above the other one, tall changes to taller.
Taller. Yeah.
So the ER is like saying more.
More.
So a comparative adjective is used when comparing two nouns.
Yeah.
One noun will be better, bigger,
Taller.
or will have more of something than the other. So read the examples.
And my
We'll go
brother.
read in the paragraph. Right in the paragraph it
Okay.
says
This
the
is
red.
okay. The red dress is more expensive than the blue one.
Okay. So first off, one means in this case another dress.
Yeah.
So the red dress is more expensive than the blue dress. And
your
red and blue are both adjectives.
Yeah.
So we know in this case different dresses, each is a different color.
Yeah.
But now we are comparing what? What are we comparing?
Sorry, Dave. Why here use blue one for no repeated dress?
It's an option.
Okay. I write then the blue dress, it's same.
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Blue one is acting like a
No.
pronoun to replace dress.
This is not the rules.
It's a good one. It's an old one. It's a happy one. It's
Okay.
so yeah. So what are we comparing? We have two dresses. We're not worried about the color. All we are looking at is the price. The price of the red dress and the price of the blue dress. The red dress is more
expensive than the blue one.
So more money.
More
More money, right? Now here we used more. We didn't use ER. We said more expensive. And what we have to pay attention to is how many syllables are in the adjective. Expensive, 3 syllables.
Yeah.
So when the adjectives are 2, 3, 4 syllables, sometimes you find 5 syllables, we always use more to describe the quantity is more. But when it's a small word, we add ER. Instead of more, we use ER. So let's take a look at these rules. When we go down here, we're going to go to the rules. Let's continue with your car
Your car is
is
faster than mine.
faster. Okay. So the adjective is fast, but the comparative ER makes the word faster.
Because
Your car,
yeah,
because it's only 1 syllable,
yeah,
fast.
yeah,
So you could think of it as the short words or the small words
yeah.
use ER.
I remember when the word is long, use more. Or
Okay. So here are the rules. For 1 syllable,
1 syllable, you put her.
right? So warm becomes warmer, high becomes higher, and all we have to do is add ER. Now, if the word in the final consonant is consonant, vowel, consonant. So in the example they're using here, fat, F-A-T, A is a consonant in between the two, a vowel between the two consonants. So we don't want to change the pronunciation, fat, fatter, so we add another T
Yeah, yeah.
to keep, otherwise it would be fater,
Fater.
which isn't what we're looking for. We're looking fatter, fatter. So we double the letter, the last letter, when it is, usually the word is 3 or 4 letters long. And it's always the vowel before the last letter. Sad, fat, hot, all of those we double the letter. I'm going to add some more to the sheet before I send it to you guys. All right, let's say it's 1 syllable, but it ends with the letter E. Now we don't double the E, we already have E, so we just are going to put R.
R, only R.
Only the R, because we already have the E. So fine, finer.
Finer.
Cute, cuter.
Future.
So we don't change the basic word, we just put the R, and that we know that that means more. So now let's go down to the next set of rules here. The bigger words. If the word is 2 syllables, then we use more, or we can use less. Don't forget, we can go in the other direction. So difficult changes to more difficult. Boring could be more boring, or it could be less boring.
Less.
Maybe you have 2 teachers. And one teacher you like a lot, they're very interesting. The other one, not so much. They're boring.
Boring.
So boring would be to describe how the person is in their actions, different than how they feel, right?
Yeah.
If the teacher is boring, you feel bored because they're boring. You go, oh, he's boring. Now I'm tired. I'm bored. So boring. So more boring, less boring. All right, next example. A lot of two-syllable words end in Y. So we're going to change that Y and we're going to make it an I.
And change hi with he.
And then ER. Change Y to I. So happy becomes happier.
Appear.
So the I is acting like the Y. Early,
Earlier.
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 So next time we can start earlier.
Earlier.
Or the opposite. Next time we could start later. All right, so with the Y, we change to IER. And then we have all the big words, three-syllable words. We just use more or less the same.
Okay.
So one-syllable adjectives and some two-syllable adjectives, we add ER. One-syllable adjectives that end in E, we only need R. If it ends in Y, we need IER. And if it ends in a consonant, vowel, consonant, we double the last letter.
Okay. We have
Got that?
this window in the book, maybe.
You're not in the green book. You would have that in the red book. That is in the level before. We teach that normally in the level 3 and 4, level 4.
Okay.
And right now we're doing the
Okay.
level 5.
I have in the other book. I have.
Okay, but what I think would be a good idea is I will go over it with you and Mivana. Just, it's in that exam, in that little test in the green book, in the
Okay.
activity book.
Yeah.
So it's good to practice that and see if you remember the rules,
Okay.
because that will be for some of the questions.
Okay.
Now I'm going to do something right here. I'm going to change my phone.
Yeah, he's
All right, so
he's
take a
yeah,
look here.
more.
All right, so tall
Taller.
becomes taller.
Cuter.
Cute,
Cuter.
cuter. So that's our next example. Happy.
Happier. Happier.
So we get rid of the Y. There we go. And then beautiful, we just do more.
More beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, and then what we were talking about with the consonant, vowel, consonant, sad.
Sadness.
All right. So this is consonant, this is vowel, and this is consonant. So C, V, C tells me I have to double. And then use E, R. Sadder.
Sadder.
So maybe you are unhappy because your wife is sick, and then a little later, she's really sick. She's vomiting. So you are sadder that she is sick, or you're sadder that she is worse today than yesterday.
Okay.
So you are more sad.
Sadder.
Very
More
good.
sad. Yeah.
And what we'll do, because I would also like for Mivani to get this, is we're also going to go and we'll do superlatives later. Superlative is similar to the comparative, but a comparative needs 2 nouns.
Yeah.
A superlative can have 3 nouns, 4 nouns, 5 nouns. It could be a room of 100 people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in the room of 100 people, somebody is the smartest, somebody is the oldest, somebody is the tallest. So we need 3 or more for
Or more.
that.
Okay.
All right. So we are actually at 8:30.
Yeah. We've we
All
are
right.
finished.
So what I'd like you to do is do this in the activity book, page 34 and 35.
This is the test, no?
Check up. Yep. And don't worry, if it's something you're not sure, you don't understand, you can just try. And then I will know if there's anything we need to review.
Okay. But
And I will do the same with Milvana.
we take the test together, no? With Nivana, the next lesson.
Well, fill it out. Fill it out. This is not a one where you're going to get a grade. This is more like for you to practice.
Yeah. Okay. I
So do it as your homework for Thursday.
Okay.